read. Take it as it resonates. Some of you may be in the current timeline, others it may be a little further out. And if it's not your story entirely, then it's not your. But this is for, again, general read for Pisces for the month of June. What I see here is that there is an aspect of money, and certainly love seems to be at the forefront, and a level of healing.
Yeah, someday.
Sorry guys, just wanted to interrupt this for just a second, sort of take down some of the interruptions and the voices around me. Okay, so getting back into it. So when I see the Princess of Pentacles, this is a card that really indicates that there is something here about you building a career income stream. For whoever this resonates for, like I said, I feel like you're in that space of building an industry that is also somehow infused and purpose. So there's movement here, but the pace seems to be varied. So some parts are slow and steady, others are more quick and a little bit more unpredictable. So I would say overall that you are sort of becoming both the architect as well as kind of quickly manifesting something, with inspiration or igniting something. So it moves a little faster. But either way, when I see the Princess of Pentacles and it's next to Queen of Wands, Prince of Wands, that's a lot of strong energy. That indicates very grounded energy, also something very inspirational, but really taking charge of, at the end of things and really pushing it forward. So I feel like this is likely connected to something that could even be around writing or doing a lot in terms of writing and creative work. There could also be something that grows over time, possibly even a small business income that begins now as well. Sorry, guys, it's a little hot out here. I'm going to just again. Okay. All right, so I do feel, like I said, there is something here that seems to be growing over time. There is a sudden motivation or a burst of an opportunity with that Queen of Wands energy. Something that kind of indicates as well that there is something, maybe it's a job offer or something that comes in rather quickly, and it doesn't seem like it lasts long, but it gives you the momentum and the visibility to just kind of leap in and go forward. So there's also something with that Queen of Wands that speaks to you becoming a lot more magnetic, a lot more attractive, not necessarily in a physical sense, but something about your personality is coming forward with a lot more confidence, and there's a lot more visibility. And I feel like you're getting more admiration because I find that this is a space where you are being called to lead and possibly even teach soon here as well. In terms of, spiritual overtone, I would say that this also relates to it's not money from work entirely. This is wealth from inner alignment as well. So you're being asked to, be more visible, and even if it is at that point of risking some kind of, but either way, I feel like you're being rewarded not just for your labor, but also for being who you are in the world and how you're showing up. So there's something here about just you following your own path and being fairly, really authentic, and that seems to be showing through and it attracts people. So I would say as well, you've also got the star energy here, which is an indicator. Ace of Cups is also came out here. I'm just trying to, where would I find that one there? There it was, Ace of Cups in our first one there. So the Ace of Cups and that star energy also is an indicator that there's something about you being renewed. So I feel like you're getting some emotional breakthroughs, you're getting some spiritual downloads. It's things along that line that help you to realize that you're getting clear, emotionally, and it just feels like you're coming through with more of a reconnection with, how to fill your own cup, so to speak, and live life again. um I want to say with the Two of Wands and the Devil energy and the Princess of Swords, now there is something here with the Lover's card as well, initial grouping, that kind of speaks to there being something about a karmic choice that's approaching. So between fear, love, alignment, and especially with that Devil card that came through there as well, there is something here about illusion around intimacy or something like that, or an alignment of comfort. So I feel like, again, it's some ways about choosing your truth, I guess, seeing, choosing something that is in that space of what's right for me versus the other person. Because the devil did show up here, which is an indicator there's some kind of old attachments that's coming through. Again, that can be addictions for others, but it's an old attachment for me, for whoever this resonates trauma or pattern that's resurfacing. It's tied to control and survival mechanisms and power dynamics. It's like you feel torn between freedom and fear, and this suggests that someone from the past may test you in this particular period of June, and that shadow aspect is going to be seen. So I feel like you're breaking the final chain that I must compromise my soul to survive, and you're not being tested so much as you're being invited to remember your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. So, again, in terms of love and relationships, I would say, again, because we had the Lover's card that came out there as well, and we also had the Ace of Cups. There is something, and the Star. It almost feels like there is something that it's a strong relationship dynamic, and it indicate that there is, it's either present now or someone is coming in rapidly for others. I do feel like that Lovers, as well as the Ace of Cups, is also about a soul. So you hold great emotional and spiritual potential with this person, and it feels like this could be either a soulmate or a reunion with that person, or there's a new person that awakens a deep emotion in you. It doesn't have to be a relationship that is, romantic, and may also be just a significant relationship to you that has a lot of meaning for you. So I would say this relationship, again, with the devil energy, has karmic undertones, but that person will trigger some old wounds, but then it's like you're given the choice to break free from a past toxic tie. That Two of Wands is really where it speaks to you being at a bit of a crossroads here. Choosing how far you're willing to go in love and what compromises you no longer make, that you will no longer make. So it's that romantic insight, you're being called to love without losing yourself. So a past relationship or a belief that you made around love requires sacrifice, now you're learning that true intimacy doesn't demand that you do. So it's something like that. Now, there is the repeating signs of astrologically that are coming through. Queen of Wands, lots of Wands, Prince of Wands, Two of Wands, all of that. So I feel like fire signs are quite strong in this read. And again, that energy seems to be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's a lot of drive, creative energy here in action. You still have earth signs, with the Pentacles. So there's still a lot of grounded energy here, which is, dealing with the income or even body healing, that kind of thing. That's the Virgo, Capricorn sort of energy. But there is a little bit of the air sign in here with the Princess of Swords. But again, that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, more about ideas, clarity, and observation. But it's less prevalent. And there, of course, is the water signs here, Cancer, Scorpio. But I would say that overall, because the star, your Piscean energy is especially strong with the star and the Ace of Cups, and that devil's lover's tension is showing deep healing. So there's a mystical kind of energy around that sort of testing. So you're not starting over, you're starting more of a real kind of energy. This is where you're kind of claiming your emotional gifts and, making things valuable again in your life and monetizable. So this is you kind of choosing you, and more about, you're choosing between fear and freedom, and it's also about, starting to hustle and align things. There is kind of that, trying to see love in a new way so that it's more of a true soul union. So to me, this is really about the truth is really in your heart, and you just have to choose it. So it's walk the talk. You talk, how's that go? Walk the talk, something like that. And it's more about your purpose sort of follows after that. So walking your talk, something like that. Anyway, I do feel like, you're still in a really good position here. Lots of, like I said, lots of energy here about you really going forward. So either way, I just feel like there's a lot of fiery momentum in terms of your career, and I feel like it's very leadership oriented. I feel like you really gain some traction probably quite quickly in June, July, because of the Wands energy. But full abundance takes time, and it's more of a grounded commitment. But I do feel like you're making some headway in that period. So there's a major opening to earn through your natural charisma and your intuition and your communication, your ability to communicate. So again, I feel like you're just a lot more authentic here. You're no longer waiting for life to choose you. You choose yourself. You choose purpose over fear, and you choose love over control. You choose your path even if it burns away what used to be. So I just feel like you're really in a strong position. And again, that's what's going to accelerate things in June to July. Um, yeah. So again, whatever the entanglement was with that devil energy, I feel like you're really taming it. So that's what I have for you in the month of June. So keep